Russia and Belarus have launched a large-scale joint military exercise spanning land and sea. The Russian Defense Ministry said that the Zapad 2025 drills began on Friday across both countries and in the Baltic and Barents Seas. The show of force comes at a highly tense moment in the Ukraine war, just 2 days after Poland shot down suspected Russian drones in its airspace. Moscow stressed that the exercise had been planned well before the drone incident. Poland has shut its borders with Belarus in response to joint Russian-Belarusian military exercises. The Interior Minister, Marcin Kierwiecki, said that the Zapad drills are practicing aggressive warfare scenarios against Poland and the EU. Only 2 crossings had remained open before the closure. Belarus earlier summoned Poland's chargé d'affaires, calling the move an abuse of its geographic position that caused significant difficulties.
Decyzję, którą podpisałem, decyzję o zamknięciu przejść granicznych, to jest decyzja bez podania.
The Kremlin said that joint Russian-Belarusian military drills near Poland are not directed against any country. Spokesman Dmitry Peskov said that the exercises starting Friday near the Polish border are routine and focus on coordination between the 2 allies. He also dismissed European concern over Russian drones shot down in Poland, saying that Moscow would make no further comment beyond the Defense Ministry statement. President Donald Trump said that Russia's drone incursion into Poland may have been a mistake.
What's your reaction to Russian drone incursion into Poland?
Could have been a mistake. Could have been a mistake. But regardless, I'm not happy about anything having to do with that whole situation. But hopefully it's going to come to an end.
France will deploy fighter jets to help Poland secure its airspace after suspected Russian drone incursions. President Emmanuel Macron announced that 3 Rafale jets will be sent, saying that Europe's security is France's top priority. He stressed Paris will not give in to what he called Russia's growing intimidation following drones shot down over Polish territory this week. Poland's Prime Minister has urged NATO allies not to ignore suspected Russian drone incursions into Polish airspace. After a National Security Council meeting, Donald Tusk said that Warsaw was certain that Moscow was behind the attack, calling it uncomfortable for those seeking normalization with Russia. He noted that support from France's Emmanuel Macron and Britain's Keir Starmer, and said that Poland will work with Ukraine on counter-drone technology.
No to trudno udawać, że nic się nie stało. I mam nadzieję, że nikt z naszych sojuszników nie będzie udawał.
Poland's defense minister said that NATO has proven its unity after Russian drones violated Polish airspace. Addressing Parliament, he said that the alliance passed the test, resisting Russian pressure. He cited concrete pledges from allies, the Netherlands speeding up Patriot battery deliveries, the Czech Republic sending Mi-17 helicopters and troops, and France and Britain deploying Rafale jets and Eurofighters to secure NATO's eastern flank.
Konkretne deklaracje składają nasi południowi sąsiedzi Czesi o delegowaniu 3 śmigłowców.
Ukraine's president has urged allies to rethink their air defense strategies after Russian drone incursions into Poland. Speaking in Kiev alongside Finland's President, Volodymyr Zelensky said that Ukraine is ready to share its experience in fending off Russian strikes. He noted Ukraine's multi-layered approach, from machine guns to advanced missiles, arguing that systems like the U.S. Patriot are too costly to counter Russia's cheap drones.
Це суто зброя проти балістичних ракет, передусім. 50-60 ракет сьогодні виробляють.
The Kremlin has brushed off European condemnation over Russian drones shot down in Polish airspace. Poland, Ukraine and Lithuania called Wednesday's incursion a deliberate and unprecedented provocation. The Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov said that Moscow would not add further comment, noting the defense ministry had already issued a statement on the matter. Ukraine's president said that he has discussed joint weapons production and new sanctions on Russia with a U.S. envoy. Volodymyr Zelensky met U.S. envoy Keith Kellogg in Kiev, saying that the talks focused on drones, arms production, and deeper bilateral agreements. He said that Ukraine expects a positive response from Washington and stressed the need for stronger sanctions and tariffs against Russia to pave the way for peace and security guarantees. Sweden has announced over $7 billion in new military aid for Ukraine over the next 2 years. Defense Minister Paul Johnson said that 70 billion crowns will fund arms purchases, including more Archer artillery systems already in use by Ukrainian forces. Solidarity with Poland after suspected Russian drones violated its airspace, saying that Sweden is ready to contribute military assets if needed.